What is hope? For me, hope is that possibility that's out there. Hope is the belief that if not for my generation, then for the next generation, they're not going to have to worry about this.
There's an old proverb that says, hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is the tree of life.
My grandfather was the first person that we know of in the family that had polycystic kidney disease. My mom had polycystic kidney disease. My brother and my sister and I, the three of us, all had polycystic kidneys.
I was diagnosed when I was 18. My younger sister, she's 7 years younger than me, she has PKD also. Polycystic kidney disease is a genetic disease. It causes cysts to grow on the kidneys, which eventually lead to kidney failure in over half of the people who have it. It's actually the most common of all life-threatening genetic diseases. I have 2 daughters. Right now we don't know if they have PKD or not.
We don't know about any of our grandchildren yet because they haven't been tested.
My father had PKD. He was diagnosed when I was a little kid. All I knew was that he was starting to have some trouble with his kidneys and he had to watch what he was eating.
I feel like I called too much.
For the first couple of years, he was very lucky. He was able to have dialysis at home and he felt very good. And it was really, I think, the last year that he was on dialysis that you could really see it taking its toll. And it was a very hard thing to watch.
The reality is, when I was going through all this process, I didn't really know. Even after I was on dialysis, I really didn't know much about PKD. I knew I had it, I knew my kidneys had failed, I knew the only option out was transplant, but I hadn't really learned an awful lot about it. My brother actually told me about the PKD Foundation.
The PKD Foundation is the only organization worldwide that is solely dedicated towards raising funds for research for PKD.
That was the future, you know, to try and change things so that either they wouldn't have to or my grandchildren wouldn't have to go through that.
Well, the PKD Foundation is really the engine for the progress that we've seen in polycystic kidney research. There are probably over 200-300 scientists throughout the world now working full-time on the problem of PKD. We can follow the course of the disease now much more precisely than we've ever been able to do before. We've also identified the genes responsible for polycystic kidney disease. It's probably going to be the way we figure out how to cure the disease once and for all. For the first time since the PKD Foundation was conceived in 1982, we're actually treating patients' disease. We're not just treating the infections, we're not just treating the blood pressure, we're actually treating the polycystic kidney disease. A cure for PKD is going to be an extremely difficult task. But you can have something short of a cure that is almost as good as a cure. If you could control the disease so that the cysts don't grow, then they're not going to cause their devastation. So that's the goal right now, is to slow things down. Get all the good we can out of the kidneys they have for as long as we can. Right now, we're a little bit like an iceberg. What we know about PKD sticks out of the water just a little bit, and there's a great big bunch underneath the water that we haven't got a clue of what's going on. But we're on a better track to figure out what's under the water, what's under the waves, so to speak. The research that is being done today is the hope for a cure tomorrow.
a bit who without breaking it.
Getting information about the disease and the proper information about the disease changes your whole outlook on your child, your life, and your future.
Great things.
We've been involved in the PKD Foundation. You know, the goal has been for us to get as much information, and we want hopefully other people to get as much information as they can so they can make informed choices.
Supporting the foundation, I mean, the fact that it's all going to research, there's no wonder about, is this for real or anything? It's like, it's so for real, and what I get back from it, for what I feel like is a little amount that I put in, is tremendous.
What is going on? What is going on? Oh, don't fall off. You gotta be careful.
I knew that there was a 50-50 chance that each of my children could have PKD. I really believe that if either one of my girls have inherited it, there's going to be a treatment or cure. So I just truly believe that if my daughters have it, they won't feel its full effects. We need to create a greater awareness of polycystic kidney disease so that people recognize PKD just the same way they recognize MS and cystic fibrosis and these other things that are out there. And that way it will gain equal funding and equal publicity and then equal amounts of research. Hope is the belief that if not for my generation, then for the next generation, they're not going to have to worry about this.
As you just learned in the video, polycystic kidney disease affects every generation of every family who inherits it. Unfortunately, there is no treatment or cure for PKD, but there is hope. The PKD Foundation is the only organization worldwide solely devoted to programs of biomedical research, patient education, public awareness, and advocacy for 12.5 million people who suffer from this devastating disease. To learn more, go on the web at pkdcure.org or call 1-800-PKD-CURE. You and your family can make a difference.